today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 reasons why I chose USC. It's so crazy to think that exactly a year ago on April 26th, I was still visiting USC and I still hadn't decided on a college. And so this video is dedicated to all of you guys who still haven't decided and you had some last minute questions. Number 1. I chose USC because I got admitted into their engineering program as a freshman, and this was just a huge relief because I could start off taking introductory engineering courses to see whether I really wanted it to be my major. And what's great about Viterbi is that it also has no language requirements, so it saves a lot of time out of your schedule. And also Viterbi offers like one-on-one tutoring, so if you ever need help in like science or math, you're always going to get support, and those appointments are like really easy to be made. Number 2. It's a lot easier to switch your classes and your majors here just because it's a smaller school. I started off with aerospace engineering and I was like, oh yeah, airplanes are so cool, but then halfway through the semester I realized I just like writing on them and not actually building them. So I was freaking out and I didn't know what to do. So I just walked into Viterbi, and then your advisors have like walk-in hours every day of the week, so it's like super helpful. Unlike USC, public universities often take a long time to process your change of major, and that might even take like up to like maybe like 3 to 4 weeks. But at USC, I just like told my advisor and then she changed it like right there in front of me, and it took less than 5 minutes. At least that's how it is in the Viterbi program. Number 3. Because USC is a private institution, it actually gives out a lot of financial aid to their students. Contrary to what most people believe, the majority of students here are on some kind of financial aid besides just loans. And even though some people do pay like the sticker price of $60,000, oftentimes like a lot of students get like need-based and merit-based scholarships. And so for me, I was lucky enough to get a lot of merit-based and need-based financial aid. And then outside of that, I was able to get like a lot of outside scholarships that covered the rest. And so like sometimes it's even like cheaper to go to a private university versus like a community or public university. And also like you can always appeal like depending on your situation to ask like for more money. Number 4. So the student and teacher ratio is a lot smaller, and I love this about the university because like instead of going to a lecture with like 600 people, like you actually get to know your professors, and he's not just like, you know, someone standing there lecturing for 3 hours a week. I don't know about you guys, but I find it really intimidating to have to like raise my hand and ask a question if there's like 600 people kind of like listening to me. So I feel like just kind of having that like ratio is a lot better, and like I know that it's also really important because like when you're choosing an institution, you really want to be able to learn at your best. Also like the TAs and all the teachers like hold office hours, and because it's a smaller class, like it's not going to be filled with like a bunch of people, and you really do get that individual attention. Like for example, my math teacher holds like office hours from 2 to 7 like every day of the week, and I like literally like spend my life there because I'm always there asking him for help. But just like things like that is super helpful and important in terms of like helping me learn. Hi, new background. So I moved because I'm kind of tired of standing. But anyways, number 5, there's so many clubs on campus. You can basically find a club for all your heart's desires. I know that there's like a ping pong posse, there's a dragon boat club, there's like environmental students club, there's like an USC outfitters where you can go and like hike in the mountains of Hawaii, which I really want to do one day. But yeah, it's like there's so many clubs out there, and honestly the only problem that I have with that is just deciding which ones I want to join. Number 6. I didn't appreciate this before, but USC actually spends a lot of money towards their student activities. We have a building called Ronald Tudor Campus Center, and that's basically where the student government is, and so they do things like extend the ad drop deadline, and then they also do a lot of like programming like Spring Fest, which is an annual concert that USC has. And so this year we had like 2 Chainz in Portugal the Man come and perform, so if you're into that, then there's that. And then we also have like a lot of cultural assemblies like the Asian Pacific American Student Assembly, which I'm a part of, and then the International Student Assembly, and they throw on a lot of events like night markets where you get to have like food from all over the world. We also have the speakers committee and program board, and they bring in famous speakers like Jessica Alba, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, just a bunch of people who come to like talk to us about things. And I think that's really cool because a lot of public universities don't really invest that much money into their student activities. So I feel like a lot of our voices get heard, and I just really like that about USC. Let's see. Number 7. So there's actually a lot of job and internship opportunities here. At least for my experience in Viterbi, you get a lot of alumni panels and you have people who come and like help you. And because of one of these panels, I actually decided to switch my major from aerospace, industrial and systems engineering, and so I found that to be super helpful. Also, USC Career Center does a lot of things like interview mock-ups and also resume build-ups and just like tips on how to get that internship or job you want. And so I feel like by the end of this time, I'm like really prepared to find a job. Number 8. It's definitely not cutthroat here. Like, I know that USC is a really great university with like really national rankings and academics, but like the people that you meet aren't like really like braggy about it, and they're not like, oh, I'm smarter than you and you're not smarter than me or whatever, and they're like really helpful. Also, the people that you meet here are so cool, and they all have different backgrounds and different interests, and it's so great to know that you're surrounded by amazing people who can inspire you to do great things. Number 9. There's a lot of school spirit here. Out of all the people that I've met, it seems like they love USC. Like, there's nobody here that's always like, oh, like, I don't want to be here, school sucks. But it's just so great because like whenever we have like football games, you see everyone dressed up in cardinal red and gold, and everyone's just so happy to be here. And I think it's amazing because we're all like united as Trojans. Okay, last one, number 10. There's so much good food here. Like honestly, Koreatown and Little Tokyo are like 10 minutes away, and you can Uber there for like $5, and I always go there. Like I always eat there, and I'm pretty sure I get like boba like 5 days a week, and I'm getting really fat from it, but that's what the gym is for. Yeah, and there are also a lot of authentic like food trucks around here, and so you're always just surrounded by food. Like there's like a Chipotle, there's a Chick-fil-A, there's a Yogurtland, there's a Blaze, there's just so much food within walking distance, and I just really like that about USC. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I got kind of like tired towards the end, but hopefully it was really entertaining for you to watch. If those 10 things didn't really convince you, let me just tell you 2 more things. It's sunny Southern California, and it's so great here. I feel like I'm like photosynthesizing, I'm just like growing, and I guess the guys are kind of cute too, so like there's that incentive for you if you're into that. I really hope that those 10 things help, and that no matter where you decide to go to school, that you would be happy with your decision. But I'm really hoping that you'll come here because USC is awesome. Also, I just wanted to let you guys know that no matter what school you choose, I know you guys are gonna have a great and bright future ahead of you, and I just hope that you don't feel like you chose or made the wrong decision, because you can always make the best out of everything at any university. If you have any more like questions or comments or concerns, please feel free to message me or just comment below, and I'll be sure to answer your questions as soon as possible. And as always, fight on!